Hey guys, it's me, the Zeit Guy again, and I'm back. And sorry for the delay, but I had to go through some of this, the information for the video, for part two. It's basic. I'm gonna just do basic points through it, but there's certain things that you should clearly understand. And like I said, I'm just making some points. So you definitely have to watch this part. It's very, very interesting, and I really hope it makes an impact on you when you see exactly what it is that it's controlling us. So, but first off, I just want to say thank you to everybody that is subscribing to my videos. Like I said, I'm not really good with videos, and but I really want to help with with the Zeitgeist movement. And I just got one thing to say to you guys is spread the word. Just do whatever you can, get it out there. You can refer to my videos. You can do whatever. There's so much you can do, and by doing nothing, nothing will happen. So, like I said, thank you again, and thanks for your comments. And if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want me to clarify something or do a video on something, just let me know, and I will. Like for instance, I'm going to be doing a review for I think it's called Awakening. I saw the video, and then there's another video. I saw that video actually a while ago, but I'll do a review for it if you like. And also, you mentioned someone else mentioned another video or a couple other videos that you'd want me to review or take a look at that are very important. So I will be doing that. So anyway, let's jump right into the review. Okay, so this is part two for the Zeitgeist Addendum. It doesn't really have a title. It just has it's just like there's just a quote. And it kind of goes down to the same quote I said. There's two ways to destroy a country. How do you do it? You can go and bomb it, or you can make the people suffer. And so this is how it happens. I'm just going to sum up this part in this one sentence, which is taking advantage and control of other countries. And this is exactly what this part is about. And it introduces John Perkins, who is the author of Economic Hitman. You can check out his videos on YouTube, for much more detail after you watch this part of the film. And you will see that a lot of questions were asked of him, and maybe you can just get the book or download it or whatever and find out for yourself. But anyway, so it starts off with how you start to take over a country, what decided to create, what had to happen in order to create the economic hitman, and the purpose for it, and where it all started. Right? So let's just go from the beginning. What happened was the IMF, the banks, they loan money to countries that interest them. So if they have oil, if they have resources that they're interested in, they target those countries on purpose. And what they do is they throw money in their face. They throw money to help them, to support them, or so-called support them. Pretty much means temporarily. And the reason why they would want to loan money is so they can pay, so they would eventually have to pay them back. And when you pay them back, of course, you add on the interest, and so they can make a lot of money, which is the most important thing, is profits. And that is what the point is. But at the same time, with these resources, they are targeting countries that they know will not be able to pay them back. So when they give them this money, they're probably telling them all optimistically, oh yeah, this is going to be a great business transaction and everything, and it's great doing business with you. That's the the mentality. But in reality, it's really you're a sucker. We're going to take everything you have, and you don't even know about it. So that's what they usually did. So they would put them in debt. So if they wouldn't be able to pay them back, they would say, "Oh, that's okay. You can vote for us on the next UN, or let us build a military base, or do privatizations, which means to privatize their companies for the U.S. So basically, the U.S. is the people that that's what they do that on purpose." But they realized by doing this it cost them a lot of money. So when it has a lot of money, and when they give out a lot of money, they have to pay. People have to pay them back, and pay them back with interest. And then if they can't do that, so they refinance them, and they end up paying more interest back to the U.S., which is great for the people that are running the show. But at the same time, they had to dish out a whole bunch of money out, on purpose, first, as opposed to, not, they had to help out the country first in order to get money back. That's basically what they're saying here. So then they had the birth of the economic hitman, and what it was a guy named, a CIA agent named Kermit Roosevelt, and it started in Iran in 1953 with Mossadegh, I think, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but and what happened was that he just went in there with a few $1 million and basically overthrew that politician. So he corrupted him, and he did it with a few $1 million. And whatever their demands were, or whatever their dealings were, it was a success to the people running the United States, or running the companies, the elite, if you want to call them. It was great. It was successful for the elite, and they realized that they only had to give out a few $1 million in order to corrupt them, because they're bribing them, saying, you'll be much better off with your family taken care of, and with just throw a bunch of money in the face. So as they did that, they realized that it was a good way to start controlling the politicians in the countries to get them to do whatever they want them to do, and that was the basis. Now, the system was pretty much flawless, except for one thing. He was a CIA agent, and if anything was to happen, if something bad happened, or whatever, then they know that the government was involved, and it wouldn't be a good thing. So after that, they started doing. They would start creating these economic hitmen to go, through around the world and do the same type of thing, but they did it with private companies. That way, that if anything happened to these people, if they got caught or whatever, the government couldn't get involved in it. So they're non-officials. They're non-government officials. So that's basically what happened. So that's where it originated. And then you have John Perkins, and when he was an economic hitman, he ended up going into, he went into Ecuador, and that was his first thing. And basically, it was 1981 in Ecuador. There was Roldos. Usually in Ecuador, they were run by brutal dictatorships in that country, but this time they actually wanted to have a true democracy, and basically all the resources that were found in their country, they wanted the benefits to go to the people of Ecuador. And so Roldos was a really good. He had a great mindset, and he was positive and everything. So, but of course, if you do that, then the U.S. can't reap the benefits. Right, so they had to go in and change it. So stage one was to send in the economic hitman and to try to change Roldos' mind. But it didn't work. He was really good. He was, I'm talking about good because he's a man that is uncorruptible, which is really good. But they didn't like that, so then they did stage two of what their process is, and he ended up dying in a plane crash that was, it was basically, he was assassinated. And there was, John Perkins knows how the system works, so he can vouch for Roldos and know that he was assassinated. So that is basically what happened with the first. With his